How's it going, everyone? Back again. We are in patch 9.0.5 now. That means we're able to upgrade any gear that we get from Mythic Plus to a maximum level of 220, which is awesome. We have to grind that Valor, of course, but that'll definitely help us gearing out, and it'll help us progress through this challenge a bit quicker here. Just gonna open up this great vault just to begin the week with. Hopefully we get something good. I think we'll get 2 choices, maybe? We'll see. There we go. So we get a cloak, which that's an upgrade, small upgrade there, 6 item levels, and a ring. The ring is 19 item levels, but I already have a socket in that same ring, so I think I'll actually go with the cloak here. Haste is my best stat by far, and it's only about 15 secondary stats that I'm gaining, whereas here I'd be gaining main stat along with 24 secondary stats, so that would be the option to go. Choosing the cloak. Small upgrade there. And we got a 3 Necrotic Wake. And yeah, that was one of the ones that we actually needed as a 3, which is awesome. So looking at the callings here, they do award 35 to 50 Valor each, which isn't too bad. It's a small amount, but we also get gold from that too, and that'll go towards buying our next rank of our legendary. So it's definitely worth doing these callings. The focus of this week is largely going to be progressing through more Mythic Plus dungeons, as we have a long ways to go if we want to get all the dungeons done at a 15. So we're going to do that, and while we wait, we'll do some Maw dailies, we'll do some of the callings as well. We just finished that 3 Necrotic Wake. Let's see if we get anything, and how much Valor we get. So we get 135 Valor, which is actually the same amount of, like, a higher level key. I did some on the Death Knight earlier, and yeah, it's interesting it's the same amount. And we got a trinket as well, not as good as the one we have though. It's the exact same one, just low item level. And from that run, we actually got a Sanguine Depths. It's a level 6 right now, but I'll be dropping that to a 3. That's the last one we need at level 3 to finish off the full Aurora 3s here. Not super lucky with the keys that I got this week. The 2 that I needed at a 3. Perfect. I'm not sure what happened with the legendary base item prices, but they were way higher before. Like, the rank 3s used to be 100,000. And the rank 4s used to be like 250,000 just last week. But right now they're really cheap, 10,000 and 48,000. So we're definitely going to get these rank 3s, and hopefully we can get those rank 4s pretty soon. If they stick at this price or even drop, we can definitely get that maybe within a week or 2. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade our legendary legs to rank 3 since we're able to do that now. And I almost have enough Soul Ash for the next rank up. I will have to complete this week of Torghast, and then I'll be able to have enough Soul Ash for rank 4. But again, we are gated by that gold there, and there it is. 225 legs. That puts us at 195 item level equipped as well. Just forming this group for this +4 spires here, pretty much taking whoever signs up first for the most part. We are going into our first affix apart from Tyrannical Fortified. So from here on out, we will have 1 affix on the key. This week it's bolstering, so making sure that tank either pulls small or we kill everything together, which is harder to do in the lower levels and in pugs, especially when you're not coordinated. We'll see how these keys go. I'm finding that in the new patch 9.0.5, there is a lot of higher item level people signing up because the Valor that you get from the end of the dungeon is the same if you do a +2 or if you do a +20. Since the Valor you get is the same, a lot of people are grinding that Valor in the lower keys here. I'm trying not to take all these higher item level people and saving spots for people around the same item level as me and who actually need to get these keys done and need gear from the keys. So I totally almost forgot about the world boss here, but just about to kill. Hopefully, oh, I got something. I think that's the first time we've gotten something, and it's a ring, crit verse, not too bad, our 2nd and 3rd stat, but that's a big item level upgrade for sure. So I will sim that first, but I'm sure that'll be an upgrade in one of those slots there. So just doing my first 5 level key here, and I do have a couple more 4s to do, Plaguefall and Halls of Atonement right now, but I wasn't able to find any keys for those. And I did get a Spires, so we're just doing my 5 Spires, as I did do a 4 Spires before, so still going in order just by the dungeon instead of doing all 4s at once here. So far every dungeon has been in time, so no problems yet. We'll see how it goes as we progress up the keys. I don't think there'd be too many problems until maybe we get to around 10, but it definitely depends on the group. I think my damage has been pretty decent for my item level for the most part, and that's definitely been helping getting these keys done pretty quick. Still getting the keys done with a lot of time to spare, which is really nice. Alright, so just about to finish up my first +5 level dungeon. Hopefully we get some loot here. I think pretty much anything that drops will be an upgrade. I forget the item level of a +5 dungeon, but we'll see in a sec. Hopefully we get something, but that's nice to get that. Oh, and we got that Keystone Challenger. First +5 level dungeon. And anything from the box here? Nope. just some Anima and some Valor. And no, that's 194 item level, so not quite anything that drops, but they are able to be upgraded as well, so I would have taken anything, but it's all good. We now have a Mists, and I'll be dropping that down to a 5 since I only have a 4 of that done. So while I'm traveling here, just thought I'd go through my UI a little bit. So in the bottom right here, I do have my details, just 2 windows for damage done and healing done. I also have my player frame and the target frame right below my character. I like to put it there just so I don't have to look in the top left, because that's where it normally is at default Blizzard's UI in the top left of the screen. So I can just look below my character to see my health and my focus. And I do have the little frame as well, which shows what Wildfire Bomb proc I have next. And if I attack this, as you can see, I have Pheromone Bomb next, and that's really neat to have too. I could do Weak Auras instead of having this, but for now, this will do. Along with that, at the bottom, I have all of my abilities, of course. From 1 to 5, I have damaging, my main damaging abilities here. And from shift 1, 2, 3, and 4, I usually have my pet ability, which is there, and 5, these are all core abilities that I use pretty regularly as well. These bars in my multi-action bar are bound to my mouse, so I have 1, 2, 3 bound to my traps as well as my flare. 4, 5, 6 is things to do with my movement speed, so harpoon, disengage aspect of the cheetah, as well as shift 6 is my night veil ability, just because that is mobility as well. From 7, 8, and 9, those are my pet bars, so revive/mend, dismiss, and call my pet, the main pet that I use right now. R and Shift R are my healing spells. T is Aspect of the Turtle, and Shift T is a cancel turtle macro, and that just looks like this, so / cancel aura, Aspect of the Turtle. And C, I have Coordinated Assault, and I do have a macro for that as well, just to use my trinket that I have. So right now I have the overcharged Anima battery. It's on a 1.5 minute cooldown, so I will use it outside of Coordinated Assault sometimes, but it will line up every once in a while. And when it does, I'm able to just press Coordinated Assault, and it'll use that trinket as well. Very nice there. Shift C is my Hellstone. I'm just kind of used to using Shift C as a Hellstone. I have that for most of my characters. And Shift 3 is my Misdirect, which I'll use pretty much on pull. Apart from that, I have Trank Shot, Scare Beast, Intimidation, Wing Clip, and Camouflage, kind of at random places, but places where I know they are. That's a bit about my UI and kind of my action bar setup here. On the right, it's just kind of some miscellaneous mount things. I have another trinket, which is just an application to my weapon. A couple pet things that I wouldn't really use as well. That's pretty much everything in my UI. I do have DBM as well, so I'll have those alerts popping up during boss fights, but apart from that, it's kind of what you see in here. Lately, I feel like I've had to make most of my groups. There's just not a whole lot of the dungeons that I need, and it's pretty specific ones. It's one higher than what I've completed, and a lot of the time I just can't find that in the LFG system. There's usually between like these level keys for 4 and 5, there's maybe like 3 to 5 of those keys queued at a time. And again, it's usually ones that I've completed already, or maybe they're slightly higher than what I can do right now. So I've just been doing my keys and dropping them down to whatever level I need if it's kind of too high, because usually we'll 2 or 3 chest the keys that we do. When I'm queuing, I'll usually get into +4s pretty easily. I've only tried queuing for a few +5s, but I haven't gotten into any of those. The 2 +5s I've done are just my own key. It hasn't really taken too long to fill a group up. I say that now, but we don't have a tank or healer yet, so this one might take a little bit to fill out, but we'll see how it goes. It usually hasn't taken too long. For this character, I'm playing kind of between the hours of 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. PST. During the day, kind of prime time, I think, is usually in the evening, so like an hour or 2 after that, with there still being a decent amount of players on at this time to pick from. And with that Halls of Atonement done, I have all my +4s done. Let's see if I got anything from the chest here. It's been a while, so oh, I got something. It's Haste, Mastery. Mastery's not that great, but it is a higher item level of what we already have, and Haste is our best stat, so it's great that it's high in Haste. And we got not a bad Conduit. I don't think we'd really be using it, but it's there if we want to use it. That puts us at 198 item level. We haven't really been getting that many item level increases. Not sure if we have any 184s left. We have that 187 weapon and trinket. I think everything else is pretty much 197, so it might be a little bit, unless we upgrade something with Valor, but I probably wouldn't do that unless it's our like BIS stats or BIS trinket. And now by turning in this Return Lost Souls quest, we're able to get Renown 40, so we don't have to worry about farming any Renowned anymore, which is great. We almost have enough Soul Ash to get the final rank of our Legendary, but again, it would be gated by the gold cost. I'm not sure what it's at right now. Hopefully it dipped down in price a little bit. And we're doing these callings whenever we can as well, just for the gold and those conduits there too. That's going to wrap up all that we're going to get done for this week here. But let's take a look at the Great Vault. So we're going to be getting 1 210 item level reward and 2 207 item level reward. So we maxed out our Mythic Dungeon row here. I think this is the most amount of Mythic Pluses that we've done in a week. I think we did over 10 for sure. So regardless of the item, that should be an item level increase. Hopefully we get some good stats, and ideally we get a weapon from that as well. We didn't hop into raid at all this week. We mainly focused on that Mythic Plus. Next week I'll probably be trying to get in a normal Castle Nathria, and hopefully we can get some of that normal progression down as well. For our item level, we are at 198 right now. Rank 3 Legendary, hopefully able to craft that rank 4 next week. We'll see about the gold costs and how much the base item is on the auction house there. And for our Mythic Keystone progression, we have all 4s completed and a couple of the 5s done as well. We made pretty good progress on our Mythic Plus Keystones this week, so I'm pretty happy with that. And for our playtime here, we're currently at 3 days, 17 hours, and 33 minutes total playtime. So I think our goals for next week would be to get at least all 5s completed, get into those 6s as well, get into normal Castle Nathria, and maybe finish layer 1 or 2 of the Twisting Corridors as well. But that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next one.